Wait, what's my intro? What is my intro? I forgot my intro. Did I even have an intro? I don't think I had an intro. Okay. All right. Let me just... All right, so there was a Dragalia Digest released yesterday, March 25th, PST, maybe 26th, other time zones. And I do want to kind of analyze the digest, talk about it, give my impressions and my analysis, and a little bit of discussion on what the digest brings to the table, because there is a lot of things that this digest talks about. And I'm actually really happy that they made a complete video on it rather than just posting separate announcements like they usually do. This is kind of reminds me of Fire Emblem Heroes. If any of you guys play that, basically have something called a Fae channel, which has them talking about updates and what's going to come for the future of the game, updates, stuff like that. So that's basically what this is. And it's really awesome. It means that they're putting a lot of time and a lot of effort into the game. And I really do appreciate that. It means that they're not giving up on the game, because there's a lot of talk about that, which is pretty kind of weird, because none of it was proven. Just like somebody said it, and then it was like, oh, this guy on a TV channel. I'm not going to talk about that. Let's get into the digest. Let's talk about the update. I did put the speed on 2 times so it can go a little bit faster, but I will be pausing it at parts I feel like I would like to talk about. I'm not putting closed captioning on because she doesn't really say anything that we really need to listen to what she says. Everything is in the pictures. So first things first, we have the digest is for the 6th month anniversary, which is been announced all over the place if you don't know that by now. So here it is, 6th month anniversary bonus, which is they're gonna announce right now, is boom, right here. So 6th anniversary bonus, we'll be getting 2,000 Wyrmprients and 3 tenfold summon vouchers if you just log in for 10 days through the duration at the top right, which is extremely generous of Side Games. Everybody knows by now Side Games is probably one of the most generous developers of all time. They're so great to their players, and I can't even say how amazing Side Games is enough throughout all the games that they have. You know, not just Dragalia Lost, Grand Blue Fantasy, and Shadowverse, and just so many games that they have. They're just so generous. So this is the anniversary bonus. A lot of people were disappointed with the 7 single summon vouchers that they got earlier. That was just a countdown. This is the actual anniversary bonus. So hopefully this makes a lot of people not as mad. People were like, not even a single tenfold. But here's all the tenfolds. There you go. You got basically 4 tenfolds and some. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Like I said, 2,000 Wyrmprint and 3 tenfold summon vouchers just for logging in. So that's anniversary bonus, as it says at the bottom, 3 tenfold summon vouchers and 2,000 Wyrmprint. Next up, there is the Twitter promotion, which is all over Twitter. Basically, you just need to retweet the tweet on the English official Twitter account at Dragalia Lost app. Just retweet that tweet. It's a video, and they're going to pick 10 players to get every single one of these 5-star dragons, and 100 other players that they pick will get to pick one of these dragons, and it will be sent to their account for free. This is all free, which is insanely generous. Once again, the end time frame that you can retweet this tweet and be entered is April 8th at 7:59 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, the Japanese Twitter account you can retweet is at Dragalia Lost. And yeah, that's what this is. Again, extremely generous. Thing to note here is you can actually pick the welfare dragons like Pele, Phantom, and the rest of them. You can also pick the event limited dragons, seasonal dragons, such as, Dragon Yule Jean, and where's Marishiten. So you can pick basically every single 5-star dragon. Well, you can't pick every single 5-star dragon that has been released up to this point. You can even pick the high dragons if you just want to save yourself a lot of grinding, but I don't recommend that at all. If you get picked, like I said, it's for free. You might as well just retweet it and enter the giveaway, because why not? And along with this Twitter promotion, we have a guaranteed, wait for it, a guaranteed reward right here, which is getting a certain amount of retweets. We will get these rewards. 5,000 retweets, you get, it says it all right there, but we already hit over 10,000 retweets. So we are guaranteed to get another tenfold summon voucher and 30,000 Eld Water, which is a lot of Eld Water in the grand scheme of things, because in a tenfold, you get 10 items with 1 4-star guaranteed, and then everything else is 3-star or above. Say you get all 3 stars and then a 4-star, That's 150 times 9, which is a lot, and then 1,000 Eldwater for your 4-star. So 150 times 9 is 1,350, and then the extra 1,000. You get under 3,000 Eldwater. So this is 30,000, which is 10 minimum rolls just on Eldwater, which is insanely generous, and it really goes a long way not only to promote your units, but to get them ready for, say, high dragon trials, which we do have news about later on. So like I said, really generous. I don't want to talk about that too much. Next up, we have the 6th-month anniversary promotions, which is all on the screen right there. Double drops, double rupees, and double recovery speed are the main things to note. So double drops in dragon trials is going to be the main thing people want to go for in the first couple days. And then the second set, main thing you're going to want to do is double rupees. Get your rupee stash up if you don't have it up too much. And then following that, double stamina recovery speed and Imperial Onslaught double drops is insanely good. I highly, especially with the new 2-time speed, which I haven't said yet because they haven't gone over yet, but there is now a new 2-time speed. You should just use all your stamina pots and grind Imperial Onslaught. This is the perfect time to do so. Also, I forgot to mention, if you haven't started Dragalia Lost, this is again the perfect time to start. So many promotions are going on. It is so easy to progress in the game, especially if you have a lot of free time. So easy to progress in the game at this time. So I highly recommend starting it. You get a lot of summons, and it's just, like I said, the perfect time to start. Along with this is a pretty long promotion going from the 26th of March and ending on the 9th of April is a pretty long amount of time. And as you'll see later, there's a banner that ends on the 30th of March, which is the Gala Dragalia banner, ends on the 30th of March. So there will be a banner after that, which we're not sure what it is yet. So I'm thinking that there might actually be either a filler banner. I don't know if they'll start an event in the middle of all these promotions. They might do a filler banner and potentially start the new story chapter, because there hasn't been a new one since, I don't remember when it was. Was it January? It's been a really long time since they've made the last chapter in the story. So I think it's about time for it, and it would be the perfect opportunity to drop the new chapters. So that's another huge possibility that they could do. And yeah, that's the anniversary promotions. We were all expecting some sort of, like double recovery speed or half wings or something to do the events. So this is pretty much what we expected, and it's extremely generous, once again, of Side Games to do this. So that is the anniversary promotions. Next up, we have a black screen. I'll show you what I made of. Here's the Gala Dragalia. So Gala Dragalia will last from March 26th to March 30th at 10:59 p.m. Pacific time. So this is what I was saying, how it ends on the 30th. It only lasts a couple days. We don't know what banner is going to be after this. It might be a filler banner. We might have an event, but like I said, I really doubt having an event, like a raid event or a facility event, in the middle of all the promotions. But they could do it. Side Games is unpredictable, so they could do anything. Now for the unit in the Gala Dragalia, it will be Ranzel. So Gala version of Ranzel. So he, I don't want to spoil the newest chapter, but yeah, so Ranzel was in the newest chapter and some stuff happened. So this is very fitting. The newest chapter being chapter 7, which came out a couple months ago, like I was saying. So he's a wind element still, but instead of an axe, he's now using a sword, and he's an attack unit. So 5 stars, of course, no longer a 4-star. So this, again, sets a precedent for, not sets a precedent, but it follows the precedent that it will be story-related characters. This time, it's actually one of the main crew. Last time we had Cerise. This time it is Ranzel. Cerise wasn't a part of the main 5 that we have in the story, but she was kind of a part of the group for some time. So this is actually part of the main 5. So we can expect to see all the other 4 members getting a Gala version at some point in the future. Won't be for a very long time, because just Gala appears once every 2 months. Again, if you don't know what a Gala is, raised rates have been increased. I believe they're increased to 6% instead of the usual 4% for a 5-star. So it's a great time to summon, especially if you're a newer player. And yeah, Gala Ranzel, his stats are not, I don't know if they're shown in the video, but I have them right here, so I might as well just talk about it a little bit. His HP is 755 and his strength is 504 with a might of 2,499. So to compare it to Mikoto, let's compare it to Mikoto. So Mikoto's HP is lower than Ranzel. Ranzel has higher HP, But Mikoto has higher strength by 16. So Ranzel's strength is 504. Mikoto's strength is 520. So Ranzel's good. He's definitely up there in terms of strength, but he's not quite Mikoto level. His strength is higher than Gala Cerise's. Gala Cerise had more HP, I believe, and her strength is at 485. So he has 19 more strength than Gala Cerise. Still less strength than Mikoto. So he's definitely a great unit, though. And his skills are Cyclone Blade and Wind Tactics. Cyclone Blade is a normal attacking skill, and Wind Tactics activates Gale-clad Sword. The user's next 3 Force Strikes are powered up and can damage faraway enemies. Also increase the entire team defense by 10% for 10 seconds. Might as well play the video while I'm talking about this. Of course, his co-op ability is... Also, I didn't see this. His co-op ability is Dragon Haste plus 15% like usual swords. He has resistance to both freeze and bog, which is, again, just like Gala Cerise. Gala Cerise had resistance to both sleep and stun. So this will likely be what all the Gala units have, double resistances, which is very, very nice. Because this means you could just build up the Gala unit for that element, and you could potentially use him in all content to come, which is, like I said, very nice. Saves a ton of Eldwater for the future. And his abilities, I don't know if they go over the abilities in the video. So this goes over his skills. His abilities are this one right here. You can see the gauge fills up and powers up his attacks. Okay, that ended pretty fast. He has gauges right here and it fills up. That's what his first ability is. Just letting you know about the gauges. Attack gauge and a burst gauge. So attack gauge fills when regular attacks connect with enemies, while the burst gauge is filled when 4 strikes successfully connect. For every completely filled gauge, the user's defense is increased. Any filled gauges are consumed when using the Cyclone Blade skill, increasing its power, which is what it shows right here. Let me see if I can pause it where it shows the total. There you go. So if you have no gauges filled, it's on the left. You have one of the gauges filled, it's on the middle. And if you have both of them filled, it's on the right. So it does increasingly higher damage, but it uses the gauge. And once the gauges are filled, you get your user's defense is increased. So it's a very nice ability. Then, of course, his Relentless Spirit 2 reduces susceptibility to sleep, to freeze and bog by 100%. And then skill damage plus 30%, which is very, very good. So Gala Renzo will be a great unit and definitely an extremely good choice for the next High Dragon Trial spoilers, which is going to be High Mercury. So yeah, that's Gala Ranzel. He's going to be a great unit. Next up, we have the Dream Summon Special, which is a very good value pack right here. So a special pack that gets you 1 10-fold summon voucher and 1 adventurer or dragon of your choosing, 1500 diamantium. So for the price of 1 10-fold, you can do your normal 10-fold, of course, which is what your 10-fold summon voucher is. And you don't need to do it right there. You can save it for later, which is what it appears like since it's a voucher. And you get to get 1 adventurer or dragon of your choosing. So you get to pick whatever adventurer or dragon you want, which is completely saves you from any disappointment you may have had, because not only do you get whatever 5-star adventurer or dragon you want, you get your 10-fold on top of that. So it's an amazing deal for anyone who not only purchases packs. This is a cannot miss, a must-buy pack for pretty much, I would say, every player to get this pack. Of course, if you cannot afford it, please do not put yourself in jeopardy by buying this. But if you can, it is a great way to support the developers and to show your support for the game. Now, a little bit of discussion on this. If you want to do this, I would recommend, of course, picking a dragon, because dragons you're going to need 5 of them to fully max unbind one of your dragons, and you're likely to need a fully unbounded 5-star dragon for the next High Dragon Trial. I do not think you need a fully unbounded dragon for a 5-star dragon, I should say, for High Brunhilde any longer because of the double Wyrmprint change. You should be able to use a max unbounded 4-star dragon, but I'll talk about double Wyrmprints a little later on. So the best bet for this 5-star choose, if you do purchase this, will probably be a wind 5-star dragon. Zephyr, Garuda, and yeah, those 2 mainly. You can grind for High Midgard Stormer if needed. Of course, we need to wait for the trial to actually come out to see what the stats are and such, but I'll talk about that when we get there. If you're not going to do that, of course, if there's a character, if there's an adventurer, if there's a dragon you really, really want to get your hands on, I recommend doing that. Of course, if you don't have Cupid, that would be a great dragon to pick. Not only is he a light 60% strength dragon, he also offers healing. Just like Phoenix does, not quite the same healing, but it's also healing. So it's very, very good. Again, if there's any adventure you want, any dragon you want, then pick it. Because this is your time to do so. You can get anything you want without fail. So that is the Junior Summon Special. Once again, highly, highly recommend doing it for new adventurers, new characters, new people you want, do it. Now, 1.6.0 update. This is the update content. This is where a lot of the discussion will be at. So first of all, you can change the game state. It's going to help auto battling insanely. But the main important thing, you can equip 2 Wyrmprints on one adventurer, which unlocks after completing Chapter 4. So as you can see there, instead of just 1 slot, now it's 2 slots. This completely changes the game. It's probably the biggest update that this game could have had since maybe even since launch. This is in a huge update. You might be saying, but Wyrmprints aren't even good, Trip. Why is this such a big deal? Well, double Wyrmprints open up the room for so many creative builds. Now, what I mean by this is, for high dragon trials mainly, since normal content, you don't really need any specific Wyrmprint. This is mainly for high dragon trials. So not only can you equip the high dragon trial prints, which you don't need, but it's highly recommended to clear the high dragon trials, you get an extra Wyrmprint on top of this, which makes High Midgard Stormer and High Brunhilde insanely easy. People were clearing it before they had these double Wyrmprints. Now with extra damage on top, you can clear it insanely fast, insanely easy, and allows for so much creativity. Now, the reason this is such a big change is because not only, like I said, it allows for a lot more creative builds, because the difficulty of the game needs to ramp up with this change. What I mean by that is, for High Mercury, which will be coming out, which they haven't shown yet, High Mercury will be coming out next, and for future High Dragon trials, they need to take into account that players can now, every single player on a team of 4 can now equip the 2 Wyrmprints. So that means potentially every single one of those 4 players will equip, say, skill damage plus 25%. You know, everybody has that from the most recent events. So skill damage plus 25%. And that's going to be an insanely huge damage boost. Now they're going to need to bump up the HP for High Dragon trials. They're going to need to bump up even the opening attack, because not only do you get additional skills with Wyrmprints, or not skills, additional abilities with Wyrmprints, you get higher stats. Your HP and your strength both go up. So the opening blast will definitely do more damage. There's also defensive Wyrmprints, such as full HP equals defense plus 50%. Let's just give that one as an example. So High Dragon trials will need to be more difficult. The difficulty will need to be ramped up for the future to account for this change. So like I said, this is going to be such a big change, and it will completely change up the future of this game. And it's definitely needed. Also, the abilities max up at a certain percentage. So they always say it on the Wyrmprint now, what the percentages that they max out on, which I'm really glad they did this. So you cannot just completely cheese the challenges and, you know, all the trials. So I'm really happy that the effects cap at a certain point. So that's, like I said, a great change. I'm really happy they did this, or else the game would probably be way too easy. So, for example, you could equip, you know, the Glorious Tempest Wyrmprint and the Trove of Knowledge Wyrmprint. So this allows for stun res and wind res, which means now, say, actually, I don't think Carl, not using Carl as an example, but say an adventurer has 75% stun res. With this added, he'll now have a 100% stun res. So it's just, it allows for so much more use with characters, adventurers, and it's much needed, and I'm really happy they added this. Again, they're just showing more examples of things that you can do. Very happy with this change. Next up, also, you can trade for missing materials on the spot, which is great quality of life change, but you can set room conditions for co-op play, which is going to help a lot for finding certain adventurers that you need to complete your group and, say, High Brunhilde trial. Say you're looking for a Thaniel, you can now set a condition to only find Thaniels. Next up is going to be new Void enemies. So Void Agni will be coming on April 11th, Pacific time, likely at night. Doesn't show the time, just says April 11th, so it's going to be probably at night. Void Agni, he looked great, and I'm really looking forward to this challenge. It's probably going to be like Void Zephyr, probably going to be the tough flame. So you're probably going to need water adventurers to do this, and I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a fun battle. But the big news here is High Mercury. So a new high dragon, an advanced dragon trial is being added, High Mercury. And they do confirm it is bog res soon. But this is, I'm really looking forward to this. There's so many wind adventures out. It's going to be added on April 17th, Pacific time, which is likely to be at night. So we're really looking forward to this. There's so many wind adventures out. And with the double Wyrmprint change, there's so much creativity that you could do, especially with the adventures that are out. Not only are these 4 allowed, of course, Gala Ranzel just came out. Lin Yu just came out. Maribel is out. Luis is right there. Lowen is likely going to be needed to clear this because he is the best wind healer at the moment. So, and Lowen is a great wind healer at that. He has a defense up skill. He's a great healer. So I'm really looking forward to this trial. There's so many adventures out, so many possible combinations to clear with this. And it's going to be great. Also, Lowen has a bog heal, I believe. So probably freeze adventurers can come, freeze res adventurers, and he can still heal them, and you guys will still be able to clear. So it's going to be great. Like I said, they did confirm it as bog affliction, which we all expected. And it's going to be great. With the double Wyrmprints, like I already said plenty of times, they need to ramp up the difficulty for this trial. So it's likely going to be needed that you need a 5-star dragon on your adventurers. May not be necessary, though. Like I said, we have to wait and see. All you can do is predict what will happen. But be sure to get at least 200 of your wind insignias to get your 5-star elemental, and to grind up all the insignias needed to get your prince. And yeah, that's High Mercury coming out April 17th. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be a ton of fun. And that is pretty much, also there's an update in-game notice which basically just talks about all these things if you want to read them more in depth instead of just listening to not talk about them. And that is all the news. Or is it? We have a new collaboration, Dragalia Lost and Fire Emblem Heroes, which is coming soon. They don't announce the date that is coming, but I'm really looking forward to this. Fire Emblem Lost Heroes is coming soon. An event where characters from Fire Emblem Heroes appear in the world of Dragalia Lost. So, Fire Emblem Heroes characters are coming to Dragalia Lost. It doesn't say that Dragalia Lost characters are going to Fire Emblem Heroes. Of course, we need to wait for an announcement if that will happen, though I highly doubt that will happen. I believe this is just these Fire Emblem Heroes entering into Dragalia Lost. Now, there's so many possibilities they could do with this collaboration event. Not only could they add Fire Emblem characters, they could add, or not only could they add Fire Emblem Heroes characters, they could add Fire Emblem characters. Now, the difference between those is, of course, Fire Emblem Heroes characters are the original creations which are made in that game, whereas Fire Emblem characters are the characters from all around Fire Emblem games. You know, Marth, Ike, Roy, etc., etc., etc. Lyn is probably, if they add the Fire Emblem characters, of course, the most likely, like I said, Marth, Roy, Ike, Eliwood, Lyn, etc., Hector. There's so many choices that they could add. But the most likely scenario is going to be Fire Emblem Heroes characters, which is the original characters that they released: Sharina, Anna, and Alphonse. Those are the 3 main original characters from Fire Emblem Heroes, which are the most likely to be added to Dragalia Lost. And anything more is just extra, honestly. I really expect them to make a gacha banner for this that you can, of course, pull for your heroes. Not only will it profit them insanely, it's going to get so many more people to play this game, and it's overall a fantastic decision. They bamboozled us. They said it wasn't going to happen, but here it is. It's happening. We don't know when it's going to happen. It could be next week. It could be next month. It could be in 5 months. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we just know it's going to happen, which is overall great for the game. More details will come eventually. Also, thing to note, previous previous games from Side Games, actually, like, say, Grand Blue Fantasy, for example, their collaboration events, they actually gave out the collaboration characters for free. So that is something that could happen. We could get, say, Sharina, Alphonse, and Anna for free, as free characters, as welfare characters. That could happen. So we don't know what's going to happen, though. We do need to wait for more information. And that is all the information that we have. Thank you for watching. If there's anything you want to say or continue on with the discussion, please comment down below. I'll be happy to talk about it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm really looking forward to the future of this game. So many things in store and so many good things in store. A lot of good things coming to Dragalia Lost, and I'm extremely happy about that. Honestly, could not have asked for anything better from the Dragalia Digest. This was an amazing very first Dragalia Digest, and I cannot wait for more to come. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.